All right. Who got?
Yeah.
Who got A? Who got A? Who got D? The D's have it. The D's have it. What do I do first? Yes. Yes. So, we got you in the order of operations trap there, right? You did 12 fourths, and then added 1. That's 12 plus 1, then add 4. Okay. So, this one, gold star. Except I'm too lazy to do gold on it. All right. So, let's move on to lesson 18. All right. We have when we divided polynomials, we kind of limited the scope a little bit. Because what do we deal with when we divide just numbers? What if I have? Well, let's take this example here. What is 13 divided by 4? It's 3 1/4. How did we do that? How did we do that subtraction before we learned how to express it as a mixed number? Before we learned how to express things as mixed numbers, we did this. 4 goes into 13 how many times? It goes 3. 3 times 4 is 12. And then I subtract, I get 1, and I had a remainder of 1. Who remembers this part? Right? And then we decided later on, maybe in 4th or even 5th grade, we decided that wasn't a really good way of expressing that, because we had this neat way of saying, well, this is really just a fraction of 1/4. Okay? So, we're going to continue. Why does it do that to me? I don't like that. So we're going to do that again, except we're going to do it by, we're going to follow this logic into polynomials. The first thing I want you guys to do is I want you to find the quotient of example 1a, this guy, by factoring the numerator. So, let's factor the numerator. What does it mean to be factoring a polynomial, Lars? When I say factor, what should this end up looking like? I should have 2 sets of parentheses, right? What's in the parentheses, that's what I got to figure out. Okay? And then the bottom, that's going to say x plus 2. So everybody, no photomath. No photomath. You think I don't know about photomath? I know about photomath. Factor the numerator, please. You didn't think I knew about photomath, Jared? Yeah. That doesn't help you on test day, though, does it? Well, you did what I did. Now you got to do the rest of it. Okay, so that's the numerator, right? So rewrite this whole thing, except instead of that for the numerator, it's that. Right? You understand what I'm getting at? And that's what's the equal. So when we did our factoring, we got x plus 2 and x plus 1, right? And then what's the natural thing that I can do, Danica? What can I do from this point? What can I do, Caleb? I can eliminate this x plus 2 with this x plus 2, and I'm going to get x plus 1 as my simplified expression. Okay? Now, we're going to do this one. We're going to do one exercise, or example rather, 1b. Okay? Now, here's what I want you to do. Here's the first step I want you to do. Can I rewrite this as x squared plus 3x plus 2 plus 3? Is that the same thing? Do you think, Isabel? I basically split my 5 up into 2 plus 3. You buy that for $1? All over x plus 2. Okay? Now, when I do that, I can express this as 2 fractions, can I not? I can express this as... I'm going to show you. It's because of this. It's because of that. Because I can rewrite this as x squared plus 3x plus 2 all over x plus 2, and then plus 3 times over. I can do that too, yes? Who follows what I did there?
Okay. How can you have 2?
Let me ask you this.
You do 5.
Because what is this equal? What's this equal right here, Andrew? Yeah. This is easy, right? We just did it. We just did that. Now you see the logic there?
No, I'm confused on the red part.
This red part? Okay. Well, yeah, I did 5 into 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 does equal 5, yes?
I get 3.
2 plus 3 does equal 5? 2 plus 3, 5, right? Okay, now, when I do this in a fraction, right? If I did 1 plus 4 over 2, that's the same as saying 1/2 plus 4/2, yes? Yeah. And I'm just doing that with this right here. That's all I'm doing, is I'm breaking those fractions up into separate fractions. So now, we did this, we simplified this expression already, did we not?
Yeah.
Okay. So we simplified this already. What's this right here? What is this equal to, Tim? This one, we did this over here, right? And that simplifies to x plus 1, right? And then I have this guy. Can I really simplify that at all? Can I simplify 3 over x plus 2? No. So then I'm just left with plus 3 over x plus 2. Okay? And this is how we express remainders. So what is our remainder when we do this division? My remainder is 3. My remainder is 3. And this is how I show that. So remember what we did when we did 13 divided by 4, instead of having remainder 1, I put plus 1/4. Except do I write plus when I do mixed numbers? Yeah. What's up? Oh, scroll down. I thought you said slow down. Okay?
So,
Let's try some more examples, shall we? Let's try some more examples. So, let's try example 2, letter A. Oops, sorry, Mason. Factor the numerator. What's the pattern in this numerator? What do I call it? I'm sorry?
got it, Cook. I got it.
What pattern is the numerator following? X minus 2? Part of it. Part of it. Remember, this is difference of cubes. So if I did a cubed minus b cubed, this is the same as a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Yes? Who remembers this from lesson 7?
Yeah.
You remember it. I'm not asking if you memorize the pattern, but you remember this pattern. Even if you haven't memorized the pattern, you remember that something like that existed. Okay. So, this is how this factors. So then I get, well, if a cubed is x cubed, what's that make a? A is x, right? So this is x minus, and if b cubed is 8, what does that make b? What number times itself 3 times, I got you, Caleb. What number times itself 3 times gets me 8? 2. So it's going to be x minus 2, and then times x squared plus 2x plus 4. What was my a? My a was x, right? And my b equal 2 from this pattern. And then you just plug and chug. A is x, difference of cubes. Difference of cubes. And this is all over x minus 2. Now, how does that simplify? Yes, Sophie. So you cancel out the x minus 2's, yes? So this cancels out with this, and I'm left with x squared plus 2x plus 4. How can I do the same thing with my second one? Yeah. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. I want to rewrite this to have this in here.
Right.
So, how would I do that? How would I do that? Well, if I have x cubed minus 8, what do I have to do to minus 8 to get me back to minus 4? I want to use plus or minus here. Negative 8 minus 4 gives me negative 4. Plus 4. Plus 4. I got something. Let's just call my fifth x cubed. And then I subtract now. If I simplify this, what do I get? The negative 8 plus 4. Negative 4, which is what I want, right? That's all I did. And why did I do this? Why did I want to get negative 8 here? So I could do that, right? So I could do that. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to break this up into two separate fractions. This x cubed minus 8 all over x minus 2 plus 4 over x minus 2. You know, everything that you say is going on the interweb. You know that, right?
You can't hear that.
I'm going to make sure to... Yep. Don't play with my loyalties to the Navy. Shipmates. Ship brothers. Alright. So, now that we've broken this up, simplify this guy. Really? So let's simplify. You know what we're doing here? Let's do this one No. I like No, it's not always the bottom two, but you gotta make sure that it is the bottom two, right? So I could have done this and said simplify, and then led you into a trap, right?
So, A would be for 4 over x minus 2, and B is x minus x 2.
Yeah.
So that's stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What did I get next? What was my next step? Yeah. So show me. Otherwise, that looks All right. So this process that we've done twice for example 2b and on the previous page example 1b. This is what we call inspection, okay? So let's finish our inspection process here. What's this guy simplify to? X squared plus 2x plus 4, and then plus 4 over x minus 2. And the one thing I told Josh this is I like to set this off in parentheses, just so that I know I'm not tempted to combine this fraction with this polynomial. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to do each quotient by inspection in exercises 1 through 10. Huh.
Wait,
Yes.
you do that one thing?
The long division thing? Yeah. So, let me ask you this, ladies and gentlemen. How can I split this up to where it's divisible by the denominator? What is the denominator? Yeah, so how can I split x plus 4 into something? How can I split it up to where I have something that's divisible by x plus 1? Zach.
Plus 1
Ah. X plus 1 plus 3 divided by x plus 1. And then I'd split this up into two fractions, right? What would be my first fraction? X plus 1 over x plus 1, which leaves me with what? John? Which leaves me with what? Yep. You can't. Am I saying you can't forget this due to threat? You risk threat of misnumberment if you forget this, right? No. But how does this simplify? That's 1, right? So this equals 1 plus 3 over x plus 1. Okay? So let's do number 2. We're going to skip number 3.
Screw green.
Well, I just want to have time. We don't have time to do. Yeah, we got 10 seconds. So here's what I want you guys to do for tomorrow. I want you to do number 2, and I want you to do number 4. Have those done for tomorrow, and we will hit the ground running.